Oh, let me do that again. Let me look official. Welcome, everyone. Regular meeting of council, Tuesday, July 9th, 2024. We would like to begin this meeting by acknowledging that we are gathered on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Inca, Kappa, and Silk people. Late items, none. Public input, did we have any? No. Okay. Late items, I'm sorry, we do have one. My mistake. 5.1, under general matters, we have to pull that one out. The gentleman is not with us tonight, not feeling well. So we will pull that one out until the next council meeting. If I could get a motion to pull that out. Councilor Petrosi, Councilor Egan, all those in favor? Opposed, carried. Thank you. 4.1, adoption of minutes. Regular council meeting minutes, June 25th, 2024. That the minutes of the regular council meeting held on June 25th, 2024 be adopted. Councilor Ogan, Councilor Egan, any errors or omissions? Everybody looks at Wendy. All those in favor? Opposed, carried. No unfinished business, no bylaws. New business. 8.1, camping in Central for boys provincials. Recommendation that the council relax the City of Merritt Parks Regulation Bylaw 2054, 2008 to allow overnight camping in Central Park in Field 5 for the boys provincial ball tournament from July 12th to the 14th, 2024. Do I have a motion? Councilor Egan, Councilor Etchart, any questions or anything on that? So just to be clear, one of the reasons that we're moving into that is because our Claybanks RV park is not available. If our RV park was available, we probably would not be doing this, but because we're not available with that right now, we'll make a change. Councillor Olin.
Yeah, so I was concerned at the beginning by this group not having access to washrooms at night. So I contacted the group to see if that could gonna be a problem. So they said, no, that's not a problem. So I also wanted to know if the group had been allowed in the past to camp in this area. So which they have been camping in the past, so in 2022. So I'm in favor of making this change.
Thank you. We were quite specific that the units should be self-containing. And if somebody is camping in a tent, they should be able to use the washrooms or the washroom in the trailer. Because we don't want the washrooms open at nighttime. Is that correct? CEO? Yeah, we unless they support their own security, we don't want that to happen. Councilor Petrosi.
That was a question I had about security.
Yeah, they would have to, if they wanted the washrooms open, they would have to have their own security for that. We wouldn't be doing that for them.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And
I
forgot to mention, so when I talked to the group, this team, I was also concerned about the cleanup. So I didn't want that to be an impact for the city. They said that they will be looking after the cleanup themselves. So that's all good.
CEO?
Yeah, and so if the cleanup doesn't work out the way they're planning, then we will go and clean it up, but we will bill back to them as a cost recovery. The other thing is we feel like they're probably not going to come into contact with the sprinkler heads because they're more on the edge of the field. But if for some reason a sprinkler head gets broken, we'll also have to bill that back because it is not designated as a camping area, but we want to make sure that nothing happens at the park. And of course, the washrooms at night, we just don't want any kids going in and finding something happening that they shouldn't see.
And I'm quite confident that this group will treat it with respect and return it back exactly as it was. Any other questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Notices of motion. No notices of motion. Reports from council. Councilor Charney.
Pages here. Started off with June 24th, an evening with council. I didn't think it was the greatest attendance, but it was our first one. So let's hope that each one we get more and more coming to it. On June 28th, I went to Kamloops with Councillor Baxter and the mayor to an affordable housing called Active Care. I was very impressed with the unit. 40 units over 6 floors, a loft is rented for $900, a 1-bedroom $1,000, and a 2-bedroom $1,200. Extremely well built, and they look very nice. Did you get the pictures I sent? But I forgot to get the front of the unit. But I would live in one of those units. They're very nice. And I'm just going to get some pictures of what they look like inside. I continue on.
Yes, please.
So they have 10 units that they set aside for the use 17 to 26, and these won't be in blocks. They're going to spread them out. And so that they're hopefully that they will find mentors. And the construction of the building is a free prefab. They can do a floor in 2 weeks. So I was quite impressed with that. July 1st went to Canada Day. I had an excellent pancake breakfast. Thank you, Councillor Etchert. And then I went to the park for the activities and really enjoyed myself. It was nice to see a lot of people out there. July 5 went to the Friday night market. Nice to see, I think, more people than the one before that. And it's just a nice atmosphere. On July 6th, I went to Central Park to the Canada Immigrant Services. And I talked to the people from Kamloops, and it's a fantastic service that they provide to new immigrants that have just come to Canada. I thought it was a nice turnout. Councillor Olgan was there, and I was given a smoky for lunch, which is very nice. On July 8th, Community Economic Development. There were quite a few people attending that. It was interesting to hear all the things that are happening. 286 is rolling along. They are leveling the ground. And two interested groups are looking at starting up a laundromat. So that would be nice if we go back to 2 laundromats that we used to have in the good old days. Yeah, I know, good old days. The city summer camp has had a record number of kids at the camp, so that's nice to see. The museum reported that they have approximately 6 visitors per day, and they were very impressed on grad night. I guess a group of grads went into the grass area and had a party. They hadn't booked it, Bailey House. Yes, pardon me. Did I say museum? Yes, Bailey House. And they cleaned up. You wouldn't even know there had been a group there. So very nice to hear that our grads can clean up after themselves. Very respectful. And Bailey House has 3 to 5 tours a day. And so that's my report. You can't do it? Okay, no problem.
Councillor Olgan?
So a few, I guess we coinciding some of the events that she attended, Councillor Charney. So on July 27, attended this Meet with Council event. I would say that Councillor Petrosi and I have very interesting questions to answer. So thank you so much, CAO, for the additional support. So on July 1st, Canada Day, it was very good. I want to say thank you. It was very well organized, all the events in the park. So it was very well attended, and I got a lot of compliments, by the way how it was organized. So thank you for that. So on July 3rd, I attended the TNB monthly meeting. They informed me that they have received information about the MOU as well as the service agreement. Thank you for that as well. So on July 5th, I had the opportunity to attend the Lower Nicola Indian Band Family Fun Day. It was tons of people. I had the opportunity to talk to so many LNIB members, so that was very good. On the same day, my children participated in the downtown market, so it was good to see how the weather has changed, and it was nice to see all these people out there. On July 6th, Councillor Charney and I attended the Kamloops Immigration Services event at Central Park. It was a good opportunity to learn more about the minority groups in our community and all the services that Kamloops Immigration Services is providing within the community. That's it.
Councillor Petrosi?
Same, I think it was Thursday, June 27th, the coffee with council, right? I think it was 27th, yeah, Thursday, right? Yeah. And some interesting questions, and I'm glad CAO was there to answer some questions for us. So definitely got educated. Let's see, Sunday, June 30th, attended Lytton's 3-year recognition ceremony, community gathering and barbecue. And the mayor and a couple of other councillors were there, and it was a really good turnout. And I have not been to Lytton since the fire. And I was just in awe, actually, to see what was left. So it's great to attend that. July 1st, Canada Day breakfast. And thanks, Adam, for a great breakfast again. And it was a great turnout. A lot of people
Mhm.
had a lot of feedback from the breakfast, and it was only $5 per breakfast. It was great. And this weekend, Base Coast and Ball, it's going to be a very busy weekend in town. So get ready. It's going to be busy. Thank you.
Thank you. So did all of that myself as well. Apologies for not getting to the immigrant celebration. I wanted to get there, but things came up and I wasn't able to get there. July 1st, Mr. Zackel, if you can let your staff know how well they did. It was amazing. The kids had a great time. NL was there with the watermelon eating contest. And I got a photo of some kid gagging as he was starting. I thought it was all over, honest. But it really went well. There was a lot of, the reverse bungee and everything. So well done. Everybody had a great time. It was one of the first times that everybody was busy. There was nobody that wasn't busy. The longest line, of course, was the face painting. And I would have just had a roller with some paint and just went, and on we go, right? But next year. But anyway, that's why they don't invite me. The Lytton Village was interesting to go to and nice to see that they're moving along. It was nice to see the collages and the thank yous to all the groups that helped out. That was nice as well. Pretty much everything else that we did, everybody has commented on. One thing I do see is I see a couple new faces that maybe people have not seen. Could we get introductions of our staff here tonight that are new?
Yes, certainly. Holly,
Come to the front. I'm going to
come to
embarrass
the
you.
front. This is Holly Ferris. She is with us for the next couple of years as the Housing Merit Project Director. Has jumped right in with dealing with some issues around our housing work. So we're very happy to have her. Her experience comes from working with the underhoused. So she's excited to move into a wider spectrum of housing in our community.
Thank you, Holly.
And over here, we have Ashlyn Gush. And so she is our new committee clerk. So she'll be working with Linda. So you'll see her at all your committee meetings, taking minutes. She will be your organizer. Super
Also,
happy to have her.
welcome. Thank you. Also want to thank the city for the immediate response for the broken well today. Also want to thank the city for the free swim for everybody because of that. That was really a nice touch. And so great thinking. So council, thanks you for that. So it was nice. The pool was loaded. We went, so it was really well done. So great ideas. Thank you very much. Councillor Etchert, you're done.
All right. Well, I think a lot of the different things were already mentioned, but I did, of course, go to the coffee with council, which was nice to see people that were invited and the ones that attended. It was nice to see them. But the day before, SOGA, or Southern Local Interior Government Association, had a first meeting for the board. And so they have some upcoming things that they're looking at doing, some training sessions that they could have, webinars and information. So that'll be coming, and they're going to be starting next year's convention planning and events since we're hosting. So that should be interesting. I went with Councillor Egan and Baxter to Lytton, and the mayor was there, and Councillor Petrosi. So it was nice to see how many communities were there in support to remember what happens when we have devastation. It's also nice to see how our communities can come together in a time of crisis. Canada Day went really well. It was nice to see the activities in the park. People really enjoyed themselves. It was nice weather. The activities were there. Everybody seemed to be having a good time. And also attended the ACTEV committee meeting. Some of the other items that were happening this week I couldn't get to, but it was nice to see things like the bouncy castle for the street market last Friday, and just a lot happening, and we have a lot coming this week, so it's pretty exciting, and hopefully people can enjoy. Thanks.
And we also have Airport Appreciation Day on Saturday. That is an all-day thing, so there's going to be quite busy there as well. Get your helicopter rides in. Helicopter rides, CL.
I just wanted to put out that the mascot contest that we've been running has had a number of really fantastic submissions. But we did extend it to the end of this month. I think August 1st is the final date. And then we'll be putting some information about, finalists and how to vote and stuff. So we really want to see some community involvement. And we'll have council maybe do some social media work on that with our communication staff, with our little mascots. We had a class, 2 classes at Collettville where every student, I think a grade 2 class where they drew, and then an older class where they did it in clay.
Yes.
So we've had a lot of really great submissions.
Yes, yeah, they've been amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, also, on to information items. We have a letter from, I don't see your button going there. No button? Yeah, well, that's how I know you want to speak. Counselor
I
Egan,
guess,
I'm not a mind reader.
I guess. Well, I just
Counselor
thought-
Egan, you're up.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're wasting time here.
Yeah, no, I'm not wasting any time. Anyways, I went to a number of the events that everybody else went to. The one thing that I really appreciated this time was going to Lytton. I sat and talked with a number of residents that stayed there the whole time. And they were, still frustrated with the provincial government's response, but still managing. And I applaud them for maintaining their community spirit and keeping together so that we get their community going again. The ECDEV meeting last night, if somebody could clear this up, we were talking about the Purity Feed. Who was it who brought that up? They're donating trees for the pathway. Yeah. So how many are they donating?
Not too sure how many they're donating. Lloyd has to, he got approval from Kamloops head office, and he has to now go to Merritt's office. And this is for the Nicola Valley Regional Trail Society for that 1.8 kilometers. So they are donating trees for a long.
Well, kudos to Purity Feed for doing that. And I understand that there's been quite a few other businesses that have helped make that a success so far.
Yeah, the community support for the trail has been fantastic.
Yeah, and it was interesting to hear all about the microgreens and what's been going on at the museum and the rodeo grounds and their renovations that have been happening. And I'm looking forward to the business after business that's there in August. So thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I missed you.
So. Council.
I tell you. Oh, Counselor Rogan. You're up.
So, since we are talking about the Lytton's recovery, I just want to mention that I have been approached by Lytton. I will be delivering an in-person session on September the 12th. So, there are so many people who have been affected, their credit ratings as well as business ratings. So I will be delivering a session where I will be providing some credit counseling support to individuals as well as businesses. So that's going to be in person in Lytton on September the 12th.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Anyone else that I have forgotten? Nope. Excellent. Information items, 2 things, a letter from Premier Eby to the Prime Minister, supporting our redo of our look at of our DMAF. It was nice of him to do that. And the Nicola Valley Women in Action report. And we are, correct me if I'm wrong, CO, but we are going to be addressing that at UBCM, are we not? Yes. Yes.
Yes, Your Worship, there is a request for a meeting at UBCM that's been submitted. We won't be hearing back until closer to the actual UBCM convention.
Okay, thank you. Any questions on that? Did you have a read? Anything stand out for anyone? Good, okay, thank you. That brings us to closed session. Recommendation that this meeting be closed to the public pursuant to section 91E, the acquisition, disposition, or expropriation of land or improvements, if the council considers that disclosure could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality of the community charter. I need some, Councilor Petrosi, Councilor Ogan, all those in favor? Opposed? 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, David.
I know I'm. Did you build it here? No.
Yeah.
UBCM. I don't know, I didn't go, but I wanted to go to the house.
Oh, I've gone to the one in the afternoon on
What
Monday.
is he?
I don't know what the
Economic development and management or something.
Oh,
I'm going to the changing in climate. I'm going to that one. I'm going to the climate change one.
I don't know, none of them appeal to me like lots of yours.
Well, no, we've already, why waste your time? So, I mean, this, what's next for housing, your housing. But I want to see what the climate housing costs are because, one of the reasons we got denied.